my world. I have been needing a new phone for so long. I am the kind of person that uses my phone till it dies, and I have an iPhone 7 Plus right now that is on its way out very soon. So I am over the moon to have something new and to have something better to film on and better to work from for my job. So I'm so excited and I can't wait to unbox this with you. I do have some amazing cases for this bad boy as well from CaseKoo, so thank you so much CaseKoo for sending me some cases for my beautiful new phone. I love you, and we'll talk more details about that later. But for now, let's get started. Alright, well I just want to say thank you to this little phone for joining my family. For reference, this is the iPhone 12 Pro Max in Pacific Blue, and it is 256 gigabytes. I previously had 128 with my iPhone 7, and so it is just much needed to have a little bit more space as I upgrade. Ooh, so fancy. I don't remember my iPhone 7 being this fancy when I unboxed it, but I also unboxed it at the Apple Store. Right. This is technically the front, so... Oh, I'm so scared. Anybody that knows me knows I run my phones into the ground, so something new just gives me butterflies. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Alright, let's take a peek. Now, I'm actually going to just look at it, not even take the screen off yet, but just admire the back. And then I'm going to put that screen protector on that I've been needing. Also, I don't care to get too much into specs, but the biggest difference that I really wanted was that these sensors are bigger, and so it allows for more light to come into the camera, and then the way that this reflects. You can see my old 7 Plus filming this video. Isn't that funny? This will probably be the last video ever using an iPhone 7 Plus. I'm really nervous. Usually I would have my husband put this screen protector on, but I feel like I can do it myself. So here you can see the phone still with the screen thing on, and then here's the cord. So if anybody has anxiety putting these screens on, you're not alone, because me too. I'm going to follow this installation guide step by step. This is just literally the first thing that I'm going to do. I'm not even going to touch my screen because I always have anxiety about getting lint on my screen, so I'm going to do it now while it's still definitely clean. Alright. I don't really need these like wet wipes if it's like perfectly clean right now. But let's follow this installation. It just has a bunch of stuff to remove dust and dirt, but mine won't have that. I mean, unless it does, because this is kind of sticking up. Oh no, okay. You know what? Anxiety, calm down. Calm down. We're not getting anxiety yet. Alright. This doesn't really tell me how this works. I guess. Oh, my anxiety is killing me. Here's what we're gonna do, kids. We're gonna do it. Let's hope I don't screw it up. Everything else looks great. We're on to a great start. Okay, now we take this. Let's hope this little towel that I put down doesn't put fluff on it. Okay. Put it on. Alright, we're doing great, kids. Good start. I feel like this is like so... I'm so bad at this. Why did I get this on camera for people to freaking judge me? Granted, like, these new little templates really help with the anxiety factor and make it a lot easier. And then I'm gonna tell you how perfect it applied it, because honestly, I just kind of did it and I don't know. See, we're making progress, right? I'm gonna look back on this footage and be like, Christina, you idiot. Guys, I did it. Finally, I actually ended up doing what the internet told me and lifting this up with my nail, and I thought it would mess it up, and it didn't. And I'm so glad that's over. Let's just officially look at this screen. You You can see the edges look great. Honestly, this protector is pretty nice. Got it on Amazon. But we'll talk about CaseKoo in a little bit. For now, let's do this. Da, 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 da. Hello. Oh, this is so exciting. Oh my gosh. Just anybody that has had like a 7 or 6 or 8 even, and that's going up to something new, you know this feels freaking good. Like, undescribable. All right. So, okay, hi. So we had a short intermission. I actually took a break and then just never came back to this after having errors putting the screen on. So it's been about 2 weeks, but now is a good time to share with you guys some of the cases that I got from CaseKoo, a little bit more about that, and actually I'm going to show you some of my experiences transitioning to the iPhone 12 Pro Max from an iPhone 7 Plus. So, here are the case options. So CaseKoo sent me 3 cases. Thank you so much because actually there weren't many that I found online that were really reliable. I had a CaseKoo case on my iPhone 7 Plus, so I love CaseKoo and I trust them and I know that they do a great job. So they sent me a few phone cases. This blue one to match, so I'm just going to show this. I saw a lot of issues on the internet with having cases that fit perfectly if they weren't the iPhone ones. What I really like is CaseKoo is just freaking on point. So here is the first case. The color's great. I love that it has a lip here above the cameras. The side button's really cool too. I haven't seen any design like that. Overall, this one just feels really, really good. It's soft, but not too rubbery. It's kind of like a plastic rubber. All right, next we're gonna be trying on a clear one. I love a good clear case. Like, this is usually what I keep on my phone. I just think it looks really sleek, just a clear case. What I love is the buttons are really easy to push. I have a big dislike for cases that are really difficult. So yeah, I love a good clear case. I also like that the sides are rubber, but the back itself is plastic. Really into that. Now, I love sparkles. Like, I don't know why, I just love, it's like a fun twist on a clear case. This case just has me like, oh my gosh. Just love the sparkles. This one also has the lip. So, honestly, the way that these cases feel, I love them. So thank you so much, CaseKoo. You are my knight in shining armor for a quality case for my new iPhone 12 Pro Max. This thing is expensive, so I trust you and I love your cases and I'm very, very grateful you sent some. And I would always recommend if you want a what really protective, quality, but not too expensive case, CaseKoo has it for you. And the designs are very sleek. They're not too crazy for me. I like simple and modern. So CaseKoo is that chick. Check her out. So let's just talk about my experience using the iPhone 12 Pro Max. I've had it for 2 or 3 weeks now. Like I said, I had paused my video, but I wanted to share my experience. So there are a few things that I don't like transitioning from an iPhone 7 Plus to an iPhone 12 Pro Max. So in comparison, the sizes are actually similar. I'm filming on my 7 Plus, so I can't compare. But in terms of size, they're like literally identical. There's only a slight difference from what I know in terms of size. But the difference really is that the entirety of the screen is what takes it up. There aren't any bezels. The bezels before I actually kind of liked. Now, here is what I guess this is more of like a don't like. I feel bad, but I notice the things that I don't like most that I notice that I do. The camera's great. I don't understand some of the like actual face interference in terms of the camera. So I do a lot of work using a camera. I just don't understand a few things. Like this, I don't understand because even when I have the camera like on, it looks like it's on, but it doesn't take pictures with the actual camera flash. So like why is the flash there? What's the difference? I don't understand the difference. To be honest, nobody has really educated me transitioning into this. I see that I can push this button and then I have options here. So now I can turn on my flash, but like what's the point of this if I have to push this and then this to pull it up? Like I don't really understand that. Another thing is I guess I just have never had these before. It's confusing to me what they do. It's just confusing. I don't really know like how I feel about having all of these options. Um, and I mean, you could argue that I just haven't educated myself, but from somebody who's transitioning and is, I would consider myself relatively competent with a phone that's really supposed to be pretty simple. It's just confusing, and I feel bad for anybody that's transitioning because I feel like it's a lot to learn, but it's kind of confusing. The next thing that I don't really understand is for the video, there's HD, 4K, and then there's like you could do it in 60 frames per second. But how do you know? I guess 24. How how do you know when it's the Dolby Vision? That's my question. How do you know when you're in Dolby Vision for the camera? Um, Now this is just coming from somebody who's just transitioning, and I've watched some YouTube videos, but nothing really explains to me because I haven't transitioned getting a new phone every year like some people. So I don't learn a little bit over time. I'm just transitioning and I don't quite understand. So like is 4K 60 frames per second, is that Dolby Vision? Who knows? I don't know. Now I pulled up a map. I will be honest, I miss my home button. I miss my home button so much, okay? This without a home button sucks. I miss having my Touch ID where I could just have my stuff right here and I just push my home button and it automatically recognizes me. I don't like that this doesn't recognize me without my face. Like, or with, like, if I have a mask on, I have to pull my mask down for it to recognize me. I don't like that I can't double tap it to switch apps. Um, I don't like that I can't use it for screenshots. I just don't, I hate not having a freaking home button. Um, so my biggest thing like that bothers me is this to transfer apps. Like you can see like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This is a first world problem, but I feel like it just takes way too long to open it up. Like I guess I could do this, but I don't know. I just feel like it's just not my vibe. I don't know. I just miss like double tapping, boom, 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 boom. So I don't like switching over. I don't like that when I have to pay for something, I have to use this double tap and then I have to use my Face ID and stuff. It's just annoying. I don't mind that I have the back thing, but it's kind of annoying too. I mean, it helps because I can, make it whatever I want, like 2 taps this or 3 taps that, but it's just a lot. It's just a lot. I don't know. Maybe I just don't like the size of the phone that I got. Um, I mean, I got it because I wanted the better camera because I do a lot of camera oriented stuff, but it's just a huge phone. Don't get me wrong, I'm very grateful for my phone, but in the long run, it's just like the way that it interacts is annoying. I hate that I can't swipe up to pull this down. It makes it very difficult to pull it down, and then even for this side. And I hate that I can't customize what kind of widgets or like the way that things pull out my notification center or whatever it might be. Like I would love to switch these. I would actually want this on this side, but I can't do that. At least not that I know of. Like I said, I'm just an average user. I'm not a techie, so this is just my opinion from an average user standpoint. I wish that there was a way to just pull up the old notification center. It's just not easy to use, which is really sad because you would think that upgrading would make something easier to use, and I feel like it's just considerably more difficult than I have ever imagined. Now, don't get me wrong, I do love having a nice big screen. It's very, very pretty. I enjoy having a way better overall experience, faster, everything. But there are just some things that really do bother me. Now, I do actually have a CaseKoo case with a pop socket on it. So usually I use a pop socket for something that's big like this. But I noticed when I was having a conversation with somebody and I was trying to type really fast, I was having issues with the way that the screen typed and the actual spell check and grammar check. It was just like, it was reading everything wrong. And I was like, what the heck? So then I was trying to transfer to this, and it was so bad at reading it. It literally made me so angry. I just wanted to type fast, and I freaking couldn't type fast. It annoyed me so bad. Um, I also, one thing I don't really like is like, I like that you can search for emojis, but I don't know. I really don't understand what changed, but the emojis, something's different down here that I just don't like. Maybe they made it more simplistic. I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of just doing this on a whim. I didn't really write anything down, but I know frequently I think of things and I'm like, oh, I should mention in a YouTube video. But regardless, it just kind of comes down to there is something that is just really inconvenient about the interface. And they're little things that I can get over, but long term, I think are going to annoy the crap out of me. It makes me miss my iPhone 7 Plus. Like I said, I don't transition every year, so maybe I'm just not used to this big jump. But I feel like after like 3 weeks, I could be like, oh man, I really enjoy this. And I do enjoy it, but I just think there's a lot of room for improvement, as would be with any new phone starting out. But I don't know. I'm just not as thoroughly impressed as I would imagine I should have been. I watched so many YouTube videos that were like, if you are transitioning from an iPhone 8 or older, you are going to be so in love and so impressed. And I think I just had really high expectations, and I am sorry, but I am not impressed. Like I said, there are some great transitions. I do like the camera quality. I don't quite understand the camera. Maybe it's just more of a learning curve for me. You guys can, I mean, I'm open to constructive criticism. And yes, this is one of the best new phones on the market, but there's lot of room for improvement with this bad boy. So that's just my interesting take on it. It is beautiful. It is so stunning. I am loving the color for sure. I am loving the square body. This just brings me back to the good old days. Holding it is easier in some ways. I will admit this is a really, really heavy phone. Oh my goodness, this is ridiculously heavy. But nonetheless, she's pretty. So thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you, CaseKoo. And I am so grateful for all of you. If you found this helpful, please let me know in the comments. And if you'd like, please hit the subscribe button. But I love you guys. Mwah. Bye.